Kuwait shows what it calls Iran's deadly strike on its main airport terminal, with dramatic footage capturing the terrifying first moments of impact on a busy civilian hub. A drone-like object is seen slamming straight into the roof of the passenger terminal at Kuwait International Airport. Now the big question: was this really an Iranian Shahed drone, or did a malfunctioning US missile system end up striking America's own ally by mistake? Tehran is pushing back and claiming to reveal the truth about the terrifying attack on a US-aligned nation. Rather than Iran, is America turning out to be the real danger to Arab allies in the deadly Middle East war? Kuwait has released security footage showing the first moments of what it alleges was an Iranian drone attack, giving the world a stark visual of the incoming strike. In the clip, a small, fast-moving object, described as a drone, is seen diving in and slamming into the passenger terminal roof, followed by an explosion and a burst of flames. Kuwaiti authorities have publicly claimed that the weapon was an Iranian-made Shahed drone, accusing Tehran of deliberately targeting a civilian airport. Officials say at least one person was killed and more than 50 others were injured in the airport attack, turning an ordinary day of travel into a deadly battlefield scene. Iran, however, has refuted Kuwait's accusations, arguing that the damage was actually caused by a US-supplied Patriot air defense system that malfunctioned. According to reports citing the IRGC, Iranian forces never fired at the terminal itself. Instead, they claim a misfired US Patriot interceptor fell onto the building after failing to stop incoming Iranian missiles. At least one person has been killed in the devastating aftermath of Iran's deadly strikes on Kuwait. Kuwaiti authorities also alleged that multiple people sustained injuries following Iran's drone attacks. With the international airport suffering significant damage, Kuwait has suspended all commercial flight operations. Airport operations in Kuwait are reportedly expected to remain halted until further notice from authorities. The airport had only reopened for normal operations on June 1st before the strikes took place. Kuwait's Ministry of Defense confirmed that Iran launched multiple hostile drones during its June 3rd attack. According to Kuwait's Ministry of Defense, Iran fired 13 ballistic missiles and 17 drones during the assault. The drones reportedly targeted the passenger terminal building at Kuwait International Airport. Gulf allies have now come out strongly against Iran following attacks on Bahrain and Kuwait. The Gulf Cooperation Council released a statement on June 3 condemning what it called ongoing aggression. The GCC reportedly accused Iran of carrying out cowardly attacks against civilians in Bahrain and Kuwait. GCC Secretary-General Jassim Mohammed al-Budaiwi also accused Iran of hostile actions against Gulf nations. The statement further alleged that Iran's attacks amounted to violations of international law and accepted norms. Al-Budaiwi also urged the international community to take a firm stand and end Iran's aggression. The Gulf Council Secretary-General said, and I quote, "The attacks reflect the Iranian regime's insistence on pursuing rejected hostile policies targeting the security, stability, and sovereignty of the member states. Iran is in violation of international law, the United Nations Charter and all international norms, stressing that this requires a firm international stance to put an end to these dangerous Iranian aggressive practices. We underscored that the security of the Kingdom of Bahrain and the State of Kuwait is an integral part of the security of the GCC states, and that the Cooperation Council states stand united in confronting these attacks and fully support all measures and procedures taken by the two countries to defend their security, sovereignty, and territorial integrity." End quote. On June 3rd, the United States and Iran exchanged missile strikes across the region despite a fragile ceasefire. American bases in Kuwait and Bahrain came under fire following US self-defense strikes against Iran. Press TV's report said, and I quote, "Iran's IRGC announced that it struck a US military airbase and the US Fifth Fleet's headquarters with missiles and drones in retaliation for American attacks. The IRGC said a US warplane first hit an Iranian tanker near the Strait of Hormuz late last night, causing engine room damage. In response, the IRGC targeted a US-affiliated vessel named Panaya with naval missiles. After a subsequent US strike on an IRGC telecom tower on Keshem Island, the IRGC Aerospace Force attacked a US air and helicopter base in a regional country as well as the Fifth Fleet's command center. The IRGC warned that any violation of security in the Strait of Hormuz would bring a harsh price for the US military, unquote. Iran has reportedly stopped communicating with mediators regarding a possible extension of the ceasefire. However, US President Donald Trump rejected those claims and insisted that talks with Iran remain ongoing.